Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a lovely week. Today, we are going to be talking about how to make progress, not just have perfection. Because hands up if you're a little bit of a perfectionist. Yeah? A lot of women, especially women, are, okay, men are too, of course, but a lot of women really get caught up in this whole perfectionism thing. And today I want to talk to you about specifically around your health. And we know that health isn't just about numbers on a scale. We tend to put a lot of focus, though, on those numbers, don't we? And if we're not seeing them shift as fast as we like, we can start to feel really discouraged and then stop and then, go and, it's all too hard, why bother, binge eat sort of thing. Your health is more, though, I want you guys to think of it more about how you feel in your body. And it has to do with the confidence you have in your choices. So I'm going to explore some simple yet very powerful ways that you can trust yourself, how you can feel amazing in your skin, and how you can make some changes that are really going to stick. All right, because this isn't about perfection. This is about making progress. This is about making little tiny choices every moment of every day that gets you towards where you're going to be and focusing on how you're feeling, not what the scales are saying. Okay? All right. So, how do you want to feel? It's really important that you understand that as well. Is it that you want to just, for me, I know that when I need to make some changes, it's because I want to feel comfortable in my clothes when they start to get a little bit tight. I want to feel comfortable. I also want to be able to do the things I want to do, whether it's just walking up the stairs or going for a walk on the beach or doing yoga or doing something. I want to be able to move without the creaks and the groans and the pain that can come from, well, it's not just getting older, it's actually from chronic inflammation, allowing the choices that we've made in the past, however many years and decades, they catch up with you. And it can cause a lot of inflammation in our body. And it's not just what we eat, it's definitely what we eat. It's also to do with the stress, our lifestyle, it's to do with our mindset. It all combines to cause chronic inflammation, which causes the pain. And pretty much everything that's wrong with our bodies is due to chronic inflammation. Okay. So I want to feel good in my body. I want to be able to move around. I want to feel comfortable in my clothes, not, sit down and worry that my button's going to pop. I want to have energy. I want to be able to, be alive and sprightly and focused for the daylight hours. The food that we eat is meant to give us energy. It's meant to make us feel good. If you eat something and you feel like you need to go and have a little lay down, that food's not really working for your body. Okay. So this is where, paying attention to what we're doing, especially to what we're putting in our bodies. If you eat something you feel bloated, that food's not for you. Maybe it was, but over time, like I say, we get this build-up. So maybe it's not for you anymore. Your body's telling you, I don't like it. So you have to listen to it. Our sleep as well. How well do you sleep? Do you want to get better sleep? What are you doing about your sleep? Because that all comes into our health and well-being as well. Sleep deprivation is a form of torture. So, making sure that we're getting as many hours as you need, which can be different to everyone else. You'll know how many hours work for you based on how you feel. When you get up in the morning, you're meant to feel refreshed, okay? And for me, my overall health and well-being comes down to mindset. I talked about this a little bit a few minutes ago. Stress is one of the biggest causes of inflammation in our bodies. Stress causes so much damage to our bodies. We're running these hormones, this chemical concoction of adrenaline and cortisol that keeps pumping through our body. It's not meant to be doing that all the time. We're meant to get into that fight flight when there is actual danger where we need to get away from. So back in the day, there was a wild animal. We needed to get fight and flight, have the adrenaline, all the blood rush out to the extremities so we could run away to keep ourselves safe. Now we've got things like, I don't know, emails and thinking about work and money and kids and relationships, all this stuff. It's like this constant we've got going on. So it's about recognizing all of that as well and doing something about it before it gets too late. Because unfortunately, we don't often prioritize our health until we lose it. We don't start looking at what I have to do about reducing my stress until I have a nervous breakdown. Or I don't start looking at my diet and exercise until my body starts to fail me. Okay? But if we take these small actions every single day that are essentially preventative, like you don't wake up one day extremely unhealthy. It's you wake up unhealthy, maybe overweight, maybe in pain, maybe stressed because of all the choices that you've made in the previous days, months, years, decades. Okay? They have all accumulated to be where you are today. All right? It's easy to exercise, just a little bit easier not to. It's easy to eat healthily. It's just a little bit easier not to. However, when we prioritize our health and we make conscious decisions, conscious choices, it can become easier as well. And your belief in yourself when it comes to your health is crucial as well. You need to have self-belief. You need to have self-esteem. You need to feel worthy. Okay, how you see yourself matters. If you think of it from a third person sort of perspective, when you look at somebody who you love, okay, you want them to eat healthily. You want them to make good choices. You want them to be well. And it's the same because you love them so much. So when you love yourself equally, you want good things for yourself as well. It's how it works, okay? Now, sometimes there can be very deep epigenetical things going on around our health and well-being, especially with weight, that can be linked to safety. Now, I'm not saying it is for everyone. However, if you do find that you've been trying to lose weight, for example, there could be a deeper unconscious pattern programming going on that has been passed through epigenetically that you may just need to get some extra help with. And that's okay. You do what you need to do. And what I mean by that with the whole safety thing, however many 100 years ago it was when women were being killed because they were accused of being witches, there are things in the Netherlands, there's weighing stations, and I'm sure there are other places as well, where every Sunday you would get weighed as a woman. And if you were deemed to be underweight and still alive, it meant you were somehow a witch, okay, because you're living on berries or whatever it is, okay. So being really skinny hundreds of years ago you could be killed for that, okay. So that this is where that whole safety element comes in. So if you are finding that you're having trouble with that, then possibly go and explore that. But don't use these things as an excuse not to start, okay? If you need help, get help, because we all need help from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's actually there's a strength in being able to ask for help, okay? And if you feel like, okay, it's genetics, it's just the way it is, if you can see patterns back through your family where everyone had problems with weight, then it doesn't mean that's how it has to be for you moving forward as well. Okay? Nothing is set in stone. Things can change, but you have to want to change them. You have a choice. And giving up and doing nothing, I'm sorry, is a choice as well, okay? So you have a choice. If you want to, just think about your future self. And this is what sort of kicks me into action. I look at, okay, well, how am I going to be I'm in 10, 20, 30 years, God willing. I'm 53 now. How am I going to be when I'm 83? What do I want to be doing? I want to be able to be still moving around. I still want to be able to have all my marbles, So the choices I make now is moving me towards that future that I want. Okay? You can break the patterns though, if you want to do it. Okay? So chances are there was a time when you were healthy and you felt really good in your body. It might have been a very long time ago, but that doesn't matter because there was a time when you were healthy. So use that to know that you can do it again. All right? And if you can't remember a time, that's okay. You don't have to because your past does not have to dictate your future. All right, so let's get into some practical tips that you can use right now. So I would recommend that you work on your self-esteem first. Okay, so when you love yourself unconditionally, you'll be kinder to yourself. You'll appreciate your body. You'll naturally want to do good by it. Okay, so work on your self-esteem first, how you perceive yourself. Then start with some small achievable goals. So whether it is just cutting back. So if you eat a lot of junk food, maybe start removing some of it and replacing it with something else. Don't try and go all in. We have these great revelations, usually over the weekend. I'm never drinking again. I'm never eating sugar again. I'm never eating carbs again. And we try and do this all or nothing approach, and it's too much. It's like if you were in a dark room, okay, in the middle of the night, and someone turned the light on. You're going from one extreme to the other like that. It's too much. It's too much. So start doing small things. If you know you need to drink more water, then start by drinking and just one extra glass a day. Okay. If you know you need to move your body more, then start doing just 10 minutes a day. Just walk around the block. That's enough. Okay, just one little thing. And as you do that, it becomes a habit. And because it's a little thing, it's something that is sustainable as well. And you build on that at the pace that you are ready to build on it. Okay. And whatever you choose, be happy with your choice. See it as a positive, not a punishment. Okay, so depriving yourself, that's when that little 2-year-old kicks in. Don't tell me what to do, sort of thing. So if you choose to have, okay, today I'm not going to have, I don't know, a can of Coke. I'm going to have a glass of water instead. I'm going to swap one for one. Okay, because I choose to do that because it's going to make me healthier. And be happy with that choice. It's not a punishment. You're not depriving yourself. Don't go in with I'm not allowed to have this. I have to have the water. That whole mindset's going to get you nowhere. So choose, today, right now, I'm not going to have that. I'm choosing to have this because it's going to be better for me long term. Okay. It's all about progress, remember, not perfection. And if you do fall off the wagon and you eat something that's unhealthy, be happy with the choice. If you want to have that bag of chips, be happy with that choice. I'm going to have this bag of chips and I'm going to enjoy it. Okay. And then tomorrow I'm going to have blah, blah, blah healthy food. Do things so when you do choose to have something unhealthy, don't judge yourself, because remember, you've had all of these, however many years or decades of this one habit. And to turn that around, it's going to take a minute. So if you fall off the wagon, it's okay. Make a choice in that moment to not judge yourself and to do something differently. Maybe that afternoon or for dinner or the next day. Okay? It's about progress. It's not about perfection. And then the next tip I want to give you is to give yourself that little bit of a high five when you do something, when you make a choice, when you drink an extra glass of water. Give yourself a little high five. Well done. I always bring it back to talking to that little girl inside of you. I remember when Jack was learning to ride his bike, and when he fell off or he got a wobble, We didn't yell at him for, oh, you should know better and blah, blah, blah. No, you don't do that. We encouraged him, get back on, mate. It's okay. Off you go. And then when he started getting it, even if he only went 2 meters, there was good job. You did really well. Keep going. So you're acknowledging the progress as well. And if you think of it from that perspective, now you don't have to go and throw a parade, you don't have to go and tell the whole world. It's just an acknowledgement to yourself, a little high five, a little pat on the back, a little wink, and, well done, Helen, you did this, and, feel good about it. Okay? Feel good about it. And cut it off before you get to the but. All right? It was good, but. Nah, it was good. And that's it. Cut it off there, okay? You need to become your biggest cheerleader. And that can be hard at first. However, this is where, if you bring it back to the person you love the most, make it external if you need to. Think of it like that. Think of yourself in the third person as that little girl, okay? When you do that, your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is make-believe. It just gets in on the good vibe feeling, okay? So become your biggest cheerleader, and if you can't do it for yourself, imagine it is that person you love the most in the world. You are cheering them on. You want them to succeed. And don't say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to them, all right? Celebrate every win. Every win. It's going to help you with that progress. Okay, remember, we are turning around years of unhealthy choices, so it's not going to happen overnight. You need to turn it around eventually as well. The next tip I want to give you is stay away from the scales unless it motivates you. Okay, if you're one of those people who likes to are very goal orientated, then fantastic. If it makes you feel good, do it. If the scales make you feel bad, then don't do it. I want you to pay more attention to how you feel, how you move, how you're sleeping, how your clothes are fitting differently or feeling differently. Okay, pay attention to that. And if you do need help, go and get help from a qualified food nutrition coach, someone who is living the healthy lifestyle that you want to live. And now this is going to be different for everyone. So you need to know, well, what do I want? How do I want to look? How do I want to feel? If you wanted to be a bodybuilder, it's very different to someone who wants to just maybe feel good in their body, feel a bit healthier or sleep better. Okay, you have different goals, therefore there's different paths to get there. So understand where you want to be. What does health look like for you? Find someone who is an expert in and is able to get you there as well. Okay, we all need help from time to time. There is nothing wrong with it. Sometimes in the beginning, especially, we need help to get sort of kick-started and stay on track. We need somebody else to be cheering us on and to be encouraging us. So if that's what you need, then do it. All right? Because this is your life. This is your body. This is the only body you're going to get. And if you treat it well, it's going to last you for a long time. Okay? All right. So that's it for me today. I hope you've taken something away from what I've shared with you. And information is wonderful. However, if you don't do anything with it, it's just information. Okay. So I would encourage you to start. If you're not happy with how your health is now, then it's up to you to do something about it. Okay. It's not up to anyone else. And that's good news. If you are okay in your health, look at, okay, well, what can I do differently? Don't wait until something goes wrong to then change things. All right. So have a good look at where you are. Have an assessment of where you are, how you feel. Is it where you want to be? Is it how you want to be in 30 years' time? If it's not, then take action now. Okay. And, prevention is always better than the cure. It's easier to lose 5 kilos than it is to lose 50 kilos. And if you have left it a little bit too long and, you are further down that path, that's okay as well. because it's important that you make a decision to change things now. It's never too late. It's never too late. I believe that you can always do something, and I don't know, that's a glass half full mindset sort of thing that I've got going on. But anyway, I believe that you can do it, all right? So start today, start with something small, work your way up. This is your body, this is your life, and you deserve to have the quality of life that you want now and as we get older, okay? All right, I'm going to leave you with a quote. I don't know who wrote this quote, but I love it. It's beautiful. And they said, when you believe in yourself, anything is possible for your body, your health, and your life. All right, well, that's it for me. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.